Welcome to the Supermicro Green Series on the top 10 best practices for creating and implementing a green data center. Supermicro is known as an industry leader in green computing and offers a wide range of energy-efficient servers. Globally, data centers use between 1% and 3% of energy today, and this is expected to increase significantly over the next few years. In addition to saving energy, e-waste can be reduced with the proper planning and execution when looking at new servers. There are a number of actions that IT administrators and data center operators can take to reduce their energy consumption. I am Michael Schulman, and I will be your host today. Today we're going to talk about data center design. I'm here today with Michael Dobmeier, who is the Data Center Engineering Director here at Supermicro. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks for having me today, Michael.
Okay, so data centers are complex to design and operate and locate. Can you start kind of at a high level of what customers should think about when designing a green data center?
Well, here at Supermicro, we have an emphasis on green computing and the environment. Very important to us. So there's three factors that come into play. Of course, one is the cost. That is very important, and we have different data points that we look at for that. Also, the location of the data center is very important. And then the last is, as I stated earlier, green. So we're also looking at, these two factors, and then also how can we make sure that we're in a green environment using some of the resources such as wind and also water.
So Michael, let's talk about hot aisle and cold aisle separation. Why is that so important?
Well, most of the people that are around data centers are familiar with some of the containment solutions. And the containment solutions goal is to reduce the PUE and energy consumption. So what we have here is we have hot aisle and cold aisle. Let me explain that just briefly what the difference is. The hot aisle and cold aisle containment are similar is that you have a box surrounding the two rows or multiple rows of servers. And in between the cold aisle is where the air is pulled in through those in the containment and then pushed out through the front of the servers. Within a hot aisle environment, it's pulled through the front in the data center and into the middle between that, into that containment. The difference is that when you have hot aisle, it pulls through ductwork through the top and then it's pulled into the air conditioning system where it replenishes and reduces that. And so it is a little bit more expensive to do that, but the reduction in energy usage is somewhat dramatic, anywhere from 10 to 20%. So you'll see more of the hot aisle containment in most data centers.
Okay, by keeping the hot air and cold air separate, it really makes everything more efficient and reduces the PUE of the data center.
Correct, that is definitely.
So if we now look down at kind of the rack and server level, what are some things you're working on customers with? We see the liquid cooling is growing. Tell us about liquid cooling and how that reduces the PUE.
Here at Supermicro, we have numerous customers of ours that are already utilizing liquid cooling. An example of that is Lawrence Livermore Labs. We rolled this solution a couple years ago, and we were able to reduce the energy consumption based on the liquid cooling solution by up to 40%. And that's due to the fact that we can raise the ambient temperature inside the data center, and there's multiple other factors where you can increase the length of the systems. But you can reduce the PUE quite a substantial amount and then also reduce the noise level, which is very, very, good for the people in there doing the work.
So there are different types of liquid cooling solutions. What are some of them that you're coming across and you're recommending to customers today?
I would say that there's three main liquid cooling solutions out there. And the first one is what's called a cold plate, and that could be on top of a CPU or a GPU. The other solution is cold door, and where the air goes through the door and then cools the system down through that. And the last is submersion, which is the latest technology which is being implemented on a small scale. Typically you'll see the cold plate environment more often than the others out there, and it's because of cost and ease of implementation, but substantially beneficial and reducing the PUE within a data center.
So the goal here for all of these technologies is to reduce the PUE, which reduces the electricity consumption in a data center.
That is correct.
Okay. Are there any other actions that you're aware of that customers can use, data center designers can use to reduce the electricity consumption?
Yes. We look at all the different environments, where they're located, and some of those we look at renewable energy. And so we're talking about wind and water, and those are substantial in decreasing the amount of energy usage. We do have some of our customers that are utilizing wind to reduce that energy usage, and then some locations actually are near cold bodies of water where we can pull from that cold water into the DC and reduce that. Great assets to have out there.
Okay, well, Michael, well, you know, it's just as a summary, besides Supermicro offering a whole wide range of servers, we actually can work with them before a server is ever installed to help them kind of make their data center more green.
Yes, we do have current and existing customers that are looking for a new green solution from Supermicro. So we will go in there as part of Data Center Solutions Engineering and Supermicro to go in there and look at the whole environment, such as the air conditioning system. Is it capable of liquid cooling? Are there some natural resources where we can help reduce that? So we look at all of the data points to help reduce that PUE for our new and existing customers.
Great. Well, thank you, Michael, for taking the time with us today. It's really great having you here.
Great. Thank you.
Supermicro recently published a white paper based on a survey of over 400 IT professionals. This white paper discusses 10 actions that they are taking to reduce their environmental impact of their data centers. You can download the white paper from our Green Computing website, which we will mention at the end of this webinar. Data centers have a significant impact on the environment. It is estimated that 400 terawatt hours of electricity are used annually. An estimated 2+ million tons of e-waste are generated by data centers worldwide each year. Although renewable energy is gaining momentum in many areas of the world, there are still some geographies where 80% of electricity is generated from fossil fuels. And we estimate that up to 8 billion trees would not have to be planted each year for carbon offset if data centers worldwide would adopt some of these green computing best practices. To learn more about Supermicro's green computing solutions, please visit www.supermicro.com/greencomputing. Thank you.